All right. Welcome in to the 8th episode of the KDizzle podcast, and you're going to notice something's different. We're live! What up? So I'm joined here by Andrew and Jack. Welcome in, guys. How you doing today?
Not too bad. How are you, KDizzle?
I'm doing good. How are you, Andrew?
I'm fantastic.
Are you guys excited for your first ever podcast? Or in-person podcast, at least?
I am. I'm very excited.
Andrew knows I'm really excited. I actually refused to talk to him this week because I didn't want to squander any opportunities for good podcast.
We were bantering and we were like we're cutting.
You gotta cut ourselves.
We need to save the topic.
Saving it for the pod.
I'm pretty boisterous when it comes to hanging out with my friends. I always like to tell them all the random crap that happens in a week, and now I have to limit myself. When I go to hang out with my friends, I have to be dead silent because I can't spoil any podcast content because I don't want them to hear it recycled. I want to hear it fresh from the source. Anyway, we got a couple exciting segments cooked up for you today. I cooked it up around these boys' interests. Well, kind of, not really. But I thought something would be fun at least. So the first segment is called Young Fizzle or KDizzle. So this segment is this a rapper's bar or straight from KDizzle? 1 point if you guess correctly, whether it's a rapper or a hip-hop artist or KDizzle. And then if you can guess the hip-hop artist's name and the song, you can get 2 points. Yeah. Well, not and the song. If you can guess their name or the song, I'll give you either one. You get 2 extra points.
Very kind of you.
All right, and
Do we take turns? Is that?
No, I mean you feel free to open discuss. It's going to be a competition, so if you agree, that's fine. So if you guys both think it's KDizzle, you each get a point. But then you have the opportunity if you get that, or if it's Kendrick.
How many? Are we playing to a certain number of points? What's the?
I have 10 prompts, so whoever has more points at the end, and there'll be a tiebreaker. If not, and then I have a reward. It's not a good one, but it's a reward for the person who gets it.
Whoa!
I'm a big prize guy. Big prize guy.
All right, without further ado, let's start out. So our first bar is, I never half-step because I'm not a half-stepper. Drink a lot of soda, so they call me Dr. Pepper. What do you guys think?
I'm going to throw that down as a KDizzle line.
I also agree that's a KDizzle line.
So you both agree that locking it in finally?
Locking in
KDizzle? That is actually incorrect.
Whoa.
That is a rapper. That is Bugging Out from A Tribe Called Quest. Back to the original hip-hop there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to call himself Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, there you go. It was a pretty basic bar, to be honest. I could totally see how KDizzle could come up with that. But, you'd be surprised, when you kind of look into their lyrics and forget all the sound, really anyone could kind of make it up. No offense.
Shots fired.
Crazy take. I'm not going to get roasted. I'm going to get roasted. All right, so the second one. So you're both on 0 points, unfortunate. But,
that's what's up.
The second lyric is, always on beat, never off center. She called me TED Talks the way I present her.
That's feeling like a rapper. That feels legit.
Feels
too legit to quit.
It does feel legit. But I'm going to try again and say KDizzle.
That is KDizzle!
Let's go!
KDizzle was cooking up some crazy bars last night while watching Rick and Morty. Get some lyrical inspiration from that. Yeah, take a drink every time you get one wrong, by the way. They're going to be wasted off the tee. But yeah, what rapper would you think that would have been?
Can you repeat it? Sorry.
Always on beat, really never off center. She called me TED Talks the way I present her.
Who would that be?
I'm honestly honored that, my lyrics got mistaken for a rapper. I'm hoping that happens a lot, but I think I'm going to be humbled.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I literally have no idea.
But you thought it was a fire
It just
bar.
felt real. It felt like it had the general aura.
Had a good flow. Wow.
Yeah.
You're here to hear, folks. You heard it here first, folks. I have a career as a rapper. All right, number 3. So Andrew's on 1 point, guessing KDizzle. Gordon Ramsay butter. I make your bitch shudder. Ice fucking slippery. Closet no clutter.
That's a rapper.
That is a rapper.
Because you're not a huge cuss guy. I feel like you're a clean rapper.
I'm surprised you say cuss. You don't say curse?
Well, it's contextual.
Exactly, what does that mean?
Sometimes it makes sense to use curse, and sometimes it makes sense to use cuss.
Wow, I always associated cuss with like the southern or
Yeah,
Midwest vibe. I never heard
I
cuss being used in the East Coast. That's kind of wild. My first ever dox of the podcast. Not really dox, people know. But that's actually KDizzle.
Whoa.
Another KDizzle. Yeah.
Damn.
When did you come up with that?
Okay, again, last night, Rick and Morty inspiration. I came up with all these last night. I must have been, I don't know if it's like I could be a ghostwriter for actual rappers already, or I'm just like, I don't know, maybe a natural flow.
Get this man a deal. Get him in the studio.
I'll put on SoundCloud, mate. All right, next one. So, guys, both of those are rapper. You missed on that.
This mess.
Number 4, Cartier glasses. I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu.
That's a great line. That's just a great line. Whoever said it,
I think it's Lil Uzi Vert.
All right.
Oh, he sounds really confident in it, so I'll also say that's probably a rapper.
Do you think it's a rapper? That is a rapper, so you got it correct. You guessed Lil Uzi Vert straight away. You didn't even say rapper. So I'm like, I don't even know if I could give you points for even saying it, because you didn't even say rapper. You just jumped straight to it.
What?
You just jumped straight
It's
to
like
it.
Jeopardy. It's like Jeopardy. It's like Jeopardy
rapper.
rules. It's Jeopardy rules.
Because it wasn't. It's
What, I
not.
have to say it in the form of what is?
Yeah, what is? You didn't. But
You didn't follow the rules.
Yeah,
There
you
were
didn't even
rules.
say
It's a
rapper.
game
You just
show.
jumped right to the. And it's not Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh,
Do you want to
sorry.
take a guess? Opportunity to steal here.
I really don't know. I feel like my depth of knowledge in music. Andrew and I've talked about this, Andrew, a lot. I really don't listen to what lyrics are saying, and I don't know who sings what. I just know which songs I like.
Okay, I think that's totally a fair take
Yeah.
on music. It was actually Lil Baby and Drake from Yes Indeed. Brand new whip, got a new pair of tennis shoes. Call your glasses, I won't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu.
Okay.
And I thought that was an easier one, to be honest.
Well, the
but
reason I
didn't
was
know.
also associating with Lil Uzi Vert is because at the end of the Detective Pikachu movie, he does the ending theme. It's about like Pikachu.
Oh, I see. Okay, I feel like that's a fair reason to why to say that.
I feel like I just have to clear my name. I didn't watch Detective Pikachu. I just wanted to distance myself from that statement. Yeah.
I think
You're
the soundtrack
awesome.
of Detective Pikachu was crazy, though. Post Malone had like a crazy good song in that. I forgot what it's called.
No, you're thinking Post Malone did Pikachu, like a Pokemon-related song later.
I thought that
It
was in
wasn't for-
Detective Pikachu.
No, it wasn't for Detective Pikachu.
We got to figure out what that's called, because that song is fire. Comment section, please let me know. That's viewer engagement right there, by the way. Little lesson for you boys.
On the pod.
Okay, so Andrew, I'm gonna give you 1 point, but then nix it away for skipping the rules
What
of the game.
What is that?
And then Jack,
There
you
are
get
rules.
1 point. You get 1 point.
Yeah, there are
So how many
rules.
points are you on?
What?
You're on. I thought you got another one right. Oh no, you're on 1. Okay, then how many points are you on now?
I guess one if you like are
Yeah, no,
zeroing
dude,
me
I'm
out.
gonna zero you out because you gotta follow the rules
No,
of the
that's
game.
fair.
Yeah, you gotta follow the rules of the game. Okay,
Unreal.
bar number 5.
Bet you won't break the rules again.
Yeah.
Oh, such a rule follower.
Said I'm short and I look kind of funny. Don't matter because I'm 6'10" when I stand on my money.
That's a rapper.
That is a rapper. Oh, fuck.
Also, I feel like you couldn't even comprehend being short. Like you're too
I don't know
tall
what
to
it's like.
comprehend.
I don't know what it's like.
You couldn't empathize with short guys.
So you're both saying, are you locking in rapper?
Locking in rapper.
Andrew almost jumped.
To be honest, I think this is a rapper. I put it as KDizzle because I came up with this, but then I realized, wait, I might have just taken this from a song. I don't think it's like the verbatim lyric for whatever it was. I don't think it is a song. I think there's similar lines in like different songs, but I don't think this specific lyric is in any song. So I had it as KDizzle, but there's lyrics like this around there, and I thought I came up with it. I was like, wait, I cooked. But then I realized this is not.
What did you like? change the or something to like an A instead of the. It's like
Yeah, no,
I
I
do
would
like the classic middle school play.
No, I didn't change.
I
didn't change one line.
Copy and paste.
I think
change a word.
No, there's like segments of this. I think in like different songs around, but like this exact lyric. No, I didn't like change one word.
It wasn't like 6 9 and you changed.
It wasn't like a one word change. Like this was a legit like. We'll see. Andrew's doing. We got. Hey, Jamie, do the research. Jamie's the guy show.
We're allowed to use phones on the game show.
I'm gonna allow this.
Really?
I'm gonna allow this just for lyrical checks.
It's
I feel like you should be the one checking now. It's like this is kind of unfair.
This is.
It's like a challenge. So if he gets it wrong, it's -1 point.
Okay. There was a line. There, you can see it in that Future song. There is like 100 feet tall when I stand on my money.
Yeah, 100 feet tall when I stand on my money. I said I'm short. I look kind of funny. It don't matter because I'm 6'10" when I stand on my money. So it's like a little.
You're sus.
You know what? That question is negated.
You're sus.
KDizzle podcast has negated that question.
You're
That's
sus.
sus.
You're
That's
sus.
sus.
You're sus.
That's sus. KDizzle podcast negated that question, nixing it, moving on.
All right, so we're still tied at 1-1.
We're still tied. We're
6.
still tied at 1-1. You guys, by the way, excellent job so far. Really good stuff after 5 rounds. All right, question number 6. What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence.
That's a real line from. Oh, I'm not gonna. That's a rapper.
Rapper.
I'm not
Okay.
breaking the rules. I'm not breaking the rules.
Say the line again.
What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence.
This is embarrassing.
I guess I'll go with it's a rapper. No, you know what? It's KDizzle. It's KDizzle. I'm putting
KDizzle? Okay, so you're locking a rapper, you're locking in KDizzle. Okay, so we got a split in the group. It is a rapper. It's Eminem.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't give me a chance.
Oh!
You didn't do it. I knew that from 8
Oh! You were about to say
What's
yes.
What? That's from the movie.
It's from 8 Mile. It's from 8 Mile. It's in the rap battle. It's like the finals of the rap battle.
He's never seen 8 Mile. He was too busy watching Detective Pikachu.
You almost missed out on the 8 Mile question. Went to the theaters at the same time, watched different movies there. This is in the finals of the rap battle. In fairness, I don't think I've seen the whole thing. I've seen the clips though on TikTok. I guess your generation sort of missed out on that. But yeah, that is from the finals.
I just
of
want
the
to
rap
clarify,
battle.
we're like 2 years older than you. I mean, like,
Yeah,
Big generational
big generational divide. All right, so Jack is gonna be on 2.5 after that because I still have opportunity
so
to tell him which way. He knew it was from 8 Mile.
No,
I'll
that's
give him
messed
3.
up.
I'll give him 3.
Wait, what?
No, you get a point. So you get 2 for knowing it was a rap.
no,
said
he did. He said
K-Dizzle.
KDizzle.
You said K-Diz.
Okay, wait, so it was 2 points because he got the rapper right?
Yeah, so you get 3 points. No,
I have
what's he
3.
Yeah, he's on 3 now. Okay. So 3-1, you have some catching up.
You gotta spend less time rewatching Detective Pikachu.
I've seen it once.
All right, number 7. I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not. Threesomes with a fucking triceratops.
That is a rapper.
That's a rapper, yeah.
Both rapper. Okay, would anyone like to take a stab at who the rapper is?
It's
You are
Yonkers.
correct.
It's Tyler the Creator.
It sounded like a line from The Interview with James Franco and Seth Rogen. I don't know why. Like, it sounded like when, in the beginning when James Franco is interviewing Eminem, and Eminem's like, I'm gay.
Which interview is this? I don't know about this.
From The Interview, the movie.
The movie.
Oh, no, I haven't
Where they
seen
go to
this.
North
I was
Korea.
watching Detective Pikachu.
Where they-
No, I actually never saw that. I wanted to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened. They didn't allow it in theaters, right? Because Kim Jong-un got pissed or something? Or they didn't show it in...
I think it was like a few theaters. I think it made.
Oh, just only a few- it was still in
I think
theaters,
because Kim Jong Un was like, I'm gonna nuke.
Yeah, like what power does he really have over the American
all
film
right,
industry?
buddy,
Not a lot. Wait, so what happened in the interview? What he did?
No, it was like a spoof interview where James Franco is interviewing Eminem, and Eminem's describing his lyrics, and it was like some like very almost like homoerotic lyric that sounded homophobic, but he was like, "It's because I'm gay."
That's crazy. Weird. I definitely gotta watch that, see what all the buzz is about. But you got 2 points that round, so you're on 3 because you got Yonkers, Tyler the Creator.
I'm on 4.
And you're on 4. So closer game now. By the way, if it's coming down to the wire and like someone takes a huge lead, the last question's gonna be worth 30. So.
Whoa. Spoiler.
Number 8. This dude looks like a motherfucking plant. Why does this dude look like a motherfucking plant?
Wow.
I can repeat the lyric, I know. So
No, yeah, please.
This dude looks like a motherfucking plant. Why does this dude look like a motherfucking plant?
Country of origin.
America. U.S.
Oh, so not a British rapper. So it's not 21 Savage.
Yeah. You really nixed out a lot here. No Central C, no 21.
No Stormzy.
I'm going rapper. I Kyle, KDizzle, love you. I don't think you have the audacity to come up with a line like that.
Fair enough. All right, Jack's locking in rapper. What do you think, Andrew?
I'm split here. I'm gonna say rapper.
You were both incorrect. That was
Whoa! What a
I gotta stop going against my gut. Don't go against your gut.
KDizzle just rattled off the same line twice.
Crazy.
Asking why a dude looked like a plant.
I thought it was a trick question.
Was this
honestly.
Rick and Morty as well?
Nah, this is straight from the KDizzle brain here. I was trying to, like, it was one of those, like, talking lyrics where it's not actually part of the song, but it's just, like, in the middle of the song, this dude looks like a fucking plant. Why does he look like a plant? You know, that's what I was sort of trying to emulate. I don't know if you know those type of, like, talking lyrics, like,
I
the beginning or end of songs, but that's what I was going for there. Oh, so I stumped both of them on that one.
That was not should have gone with my gut.
Man, I'm doing pretty good, you know. Keeping you guys held to splits here and whatnot,
Yeah.
fooling you.
It's embarrassing.
All right, so we got 4 and 3 still. All right, 2 questions left. Number 9. Hermes Link, Ice Blue Mink, tatted on my ribs, but I don't even know what permanent is.
Whapper.
That is
that's
a rapper.
That's a whapper.
A rapper. Okay. Before we say, so you're both locking in rapper.
Yes.
Okay, correct. Do you think you know? I think Andrew knows. So do you think you know the artist or song?
I'm gonna say it's. Can I get a half a point for saying that it's someone whose name is an acronym? It sounds like someone whose name is an acronym.
So it's
would
not.
say.
Their name's not an acronym. So you're just gonna get 0 points. Do you know the song?
It's Drake.
Okay, you know it's Drake, so you get the point.
I know it's from More Life. I know it's from the 2017.
It's Guy Leicester, yeah.
Yeah.
Guy Leicester.
Yeah.
Good work. All right, so now it's all tied
Now
up.
we're
So,
tied
yeah,
up.
wow. All right, so this is big.
Wait,
Is this
isn't
the
that
last
2
one?
points? Because I guess it was a rapper and
Yeah, so
I was
that's why
up-
you're
I was
tied
up by
up.
one.
Because you got a rapper.
Because you got a rapper too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 5-5.
All right, and the last one is, musically, we are the herb, so sit back and enlighten me, inhale. My style is kind of fat, reminiscent of a whale. Oh, there's a lot of thinking, a lot on the line here.
Can we get it one more time?
Yeah.
One more time.
Musically, we are the herb, so sit back and enlighten me. Inhale. My style is kind of fat, reminiscent of a whale.
I think that's a rapper.
I also think that's a rapper because it feels like I feel like you're not. I feel like the way you pronounced herb makes me inclined to think that you didn't put it in a rap lyric because you said herb. I feel like
I mean, you can lock it in. It's whatever you think.
I'm locking it in.
All right, good justification.
I think it's a rapper. I have a potential candidate.
All right, locking it in. All right, so you're both correct. It is a rapper. I would never come up with this lyric in a million years. I have no idea what. Musically, we are the herb. The herb? I don't know what that means. And enlighten me, inhale. Would you like to take a guess at who it is?
I guess this is for the dub. We're tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is for the dub. So there's
I'm
no
going
harm taking a guess.
Biggie. I don't. Yeah.
Dude,
That was diabolical.
I was thinking A Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
I've listened through.
That was really
some
impressive.
Yes,
Yes, it is A Tribe Called Quest.
Let's go.
Wow. So pulled it out at the dub at the end. It's probably for the best because I don't think Jack would have liked this gift anyway. But Andrew wins the mystery reward. Show the camera first.
Don't look at the camera.
I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking
You
at you.
looked at the camera.
No, I didn't.
It's an Eevee coin from the new Prismatic.
Let's
Evolution
go!
set. That set's brand new in Pokemon.
That's what's up.
So Andrew got a little Eevee coin there.
I just want to say, as a post-game interview, I'm not mad about losing that. My opponent is a human encyclopedia. Really, I think I did better than I was expecting.
I think, honestly, I would agree. Andrew's very musically inclined when it comes to knowing this crap. And I think Jack put up a pretty good fight in identifying.
I have a notoriously bad memory. I'm incredibly inattentive to details. And so the fact that I really, was in there until the last question, until the second half of the last question, the bonus portion.
I like to put a caveat on that statement because you're not giving yourself enough credit for having an ironclad memory for all embarrassing things that your friends do.
Yeah, but that's different category.
Jack likes to compartmentalize. I think that's the word for it. He
I-
compartmentalizes certain things that are just important.
I really
and
focus-
music is just not high on the priority
Yeah, I
list for him,
focus on
I
the
guess.
important things.
Yeah, the important thing.
Blackmailing your friends, having all the right information.
So well done, Andrew. You did good to identify some of the music there. Pretty impressed, honestly, on that last question. Did you guys have fun in that game?
I enjoyed.
It was a good. Well, yeah, it's more something that he like. I was there. I was like, this is a good time.
Hold your enthusiasm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. The next segment. Sorry, what was I going to say? The next segment, both these boys are single. So, ladies, if you're watching the podcast, I know you make up a solid 6% of our demographic in the listening sphere. It's honestly far more than I expected. I was checking out some... So, I finally got to the point where I've released enough content on, TikTok and YouTube that it finally gives me some, breakdowns by demographic of, who's listening to my stuff. So, I was looking by gender, and it was what would you, realistically, what percent of YouTube is male? Is watching YouTube is probably male, do you think?
I think it's probably more evenly split than you would imagine.
Yeah.
You think
Agreed.
so? Really?
Yeah.
There's so many content creators out there.
There are so many
many.
content. I was actually listening to another podcast. I'm not going to say the name because this is the only podcast title I really know. I don't pay attention to the unimportant things as we talked about. Whoa. All right, settle down, KDizzle. Yeah, they were talking about how in different countries, these people can have 50 million subscribers and you would have never heard of them in your life. There's this guy in France who climbed Mount Everest and he made a whole YouTube documentary on it. He has 50 million subscribers and all these famous YouTubers in the UK had never met this guy once. And he's literally one country over, you know what I mean? They're pretty much in the same demographic too, England, France, the European market, whatever it is. So that's generalizing, but yeah, it is crazy how much content there is out there and how many YouTube creators you would have literally no idea. It kind of makes you a little hopeless, trying to start a YouTube channel. Jack knows. Jack, actually, why don't you talk a little bit about yours? So I'm not the only YouTuber on this podcast. It may seem like I'm the only YouTuber on earth for the amount of content I put out and the quality of the content, but there is another YouTuber amongst us. Jack actually had a channel. And I just want you to talk a little bit about what your experience was like.
Yeah, so I made a little basketball league, basically. The lead up to it, the reason why I made it was because I was playing a lot of pickup basketball, and I was getting really frustrated because there was a very lack of... people would try varying amounts, and people wouldn't really care that much about losing a lot of times because you just get to play another game. There's no real downsides to losing besides unless you have pride. So I ended up making a basketball league that used sort of a video game rating system for players, where you have a rating that goes up and down whether you win or lose games, and your team is randomized every game. And so it gives you like an objective metric to be able to say like, no, I am better at basketball than you. Like there's like it wasn't something about I had better teammates, whatever, yada yada.
So you're ranked 1500, I'm ranked 2000.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Like,
we were not the
Weren't you
same.
literally using the chess.com? Like
yeah, I was using like chess rating, like how they calculate chess ratings.
So that's pretty cool. So talk a little about, so how does one go about starting a basketball league? Okay, you have a problem. People are not trying hard enough. And as a player who's in between recreational and serious, because you're someone who played in high school, had aspirations of one day even playing in the league.
NBA.
Yes, the NBA. The NBA.
Well phrased.
Thank you.
And so you wanted something a little more than what was offered at the time, which is totally respectable. So you couldn't find any leagues around, so you sought to create your own. How does one go about creating their own league? Finding players, advertising, and starting content around it, no less.
Yeah.
All at once.
So it started out, did a little test run, because I played a bunch of pickup basketball, and so every time I went to play pickup basketball, I would find players who I liked playing with who really tried hard and stuff, and so I would get their numbers. And then when I was setting up the original first one, I just reached out to a bunch of people, and the logistics of it is actually a lot more complicated than you might imagine, because it's like you invite 20 people, 10 show up, but sometimes 15 show up, and so you have a court for a certain number of hours, and you want to make sure that everyone can play a certain amount of games. So it's like sometimes you want to make sure you have at least 10. And so maybe you invite 25, but then sometimes 15 or 20 people. Like it was like a big pain in the ass.
Yeah. The discrepancy of people actually saying they'll show up versus showing up.
Yeah, and it's like last minute cancellations, people showing up late, all that sort of stuff always happens.
Right.
So, and then, got a few cameras, stuff like that. And we were doing four corners and on the sidelines of the games.
And did you edit the videos yourself, or you hired an editor?
No, so the first trial run, we set up the videos ourselves and stuff like that, and then I hired someone to take the videos with a camera and edit it as well.
So, like, for the first game, he got the GoPros and the stands, and I was, like, monitoring, like, 5 different GoPros. Like, I set up 4 of them.
So you're running, so basically you have Andrew sprinting around the court.
So I got 4 of them.
You're getting a better exercise than the guys on the freaking court.
And then I was panning. That's what I was doing. I had a
So before every game, what we would do is you would have each team who was playing line up with, and we had like little penny things that black and white.
Yeah, sure.
And we would put over their heads their rating at the time. So it was kind of like trying to create that sort of like atmosphere.
Trying to get people hyped,
lore,
like KDizzle over there. That's my guy. Like he's got a 1500 rating, but I know he's shot to the moon. He's gonna shoot to the moon. Okay, gotcha. So that was how you kept you know.
And I would referee the game as myself. So or
like acting as yourself. Like in the credits, it'd be like Jack as Jack referee.
Referee played by Jack.
Referee played by Jack.
Yeah. Okay. And it was like complicated because when we started doing it, we did like commentating sort of stuff during the game, like trying to do like engaging, funny commentary or whatever.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed doing that, but nobody else wanted, because being a ref is like the worst job in the world. Everyone is mad at you all the time.
So you didn't want to do like a call your own foul system or anything?
No, because
that
was the whole thing, is like you don't want people to be able to like cheat the system of like just calling nothing.
Oh my god! So I used to play pickup a ton personally.
Yeah.
I'm not nearly as good as Jack, but I enjoy playing basketball. And I have to tell you, sometimes like you can have one person ruin an entire game of basketball
100%.
by calling the softest calls ever, calling traveling, calling that bull crap in pickup.
And so what we would do then is like, it's not even just that. There's the other end of it too, of people who will foul you. Like when you're about to shoot a wide open layup, literally just grab you and bear hug you to make sure you can't shoot the ball. And so what we did was, anytime there was a shooting foul, you got one shot for the amount of points that, like it was a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, sure.
And then after a certain number of fouls, it would be one shot for 2 points every time you fouled someone.
Okay, there you go.
So it was like trying to make it a combination of like pickup basketball, but actual like organized basketball that's like competitive, and people don't get like disinterested because it's just like someone's ruining it.
Even when you join leagues, they weren't like as
men's leagues are better. No, men's leagues are better, definitely. But I really enjoy pickup basketball because it's like proving your own worth sort of thing.
Okay, so this was unique because it was something in between pickup.
Yeah,
and
where your team was randomized. There was no like relying.
Oh, okay,
on,
that's a cool.
Having a good team.
So
I think a lot of people would enjoy something more like that.
You get the behind the scenes of like you came up with the calculator for like the ranking system.
Yeah, and then an automated. Then I like
randomization
had a program for randomizing the teams. And it's like, there's more logistics. Someone shows up late, so you have to start the game with certain random teams, and then you have to add someone into the system later. It was like,
yeah. So I could see how they could get hectic.
And then someone leaves early, and then you have to whatever. Like,
I think starting the league and doing the content creation at the same time was probably far too overwhelming at first.
I think I just like spent too much on like the production value,
right?
Honestly.
And you got burnt out. Like you should have really started out like a little slower. There's like one iPhone in the corner, and like tried to make.
I mean, you pretty immediately like we did the one game where I was panning for you, and then you were like, "I'm hiring a content creator."
I mean, it's tough though. It's tough to like film everything going on in basketball because it's like. You want it to be you want to be proud of your work. You want it to be good, and it's really tough to have one camera in the corner capture everything and like. Do everything.
I've honestly even thought about it, like not even really recording the game and just making it kind of like a podcast while the basketball game's going on.
Yeah, that would also be good. I mean, a bunch of people do that. It's basically like, here's Subway Surfers. Now look at something going on up here. Like people do that all the time on TikTok because that's just how like dopamine works. People want to see shit going on, and then you could just talk to your friend. I should really just play the B-roll of your basketball going on while the podcast is going on.
Actually, it would have been so good actually if you made like YouTube Shorts. Did you make any?
No, we ended up like it was before I stopped it too soon. We were gonna make some.
I have to say, like once you get a system down for making the YouTube Shorts and TikToks and stuff, the software out there for doing it is actually really intuitive.
I believe
like it's been like once I sort of had a system and figured out exactly how podcasts, TikToks, and YouTube Shorts. Not to say that they're blowing up with 100,000 views, but I've made some decently funny videos and taken some good clips from our podcast, and it's been like as easy as a 20 to 30 minute thing. And then you get enough data to see like, all right, what time your viewers are on TikTok. They have a crazy amount of data on people, by the way. It's like almost crazy the amount of access I have. Like I pretty much know if you're my follower, hey, not to scare you, but if you're my follower, I know exactly who you are and what you did. All right? So, just be wary. Sleep with one eye open.
But you would have made a mean split screen because, like, you also had the camera eventually do the, like, on the commentary people.
Yeah.
Because then you could have done, like, the commentary and the game rolling together as, like, a split screen for a short. That would have been...
I reckon the shorts would have blown up, like, if you could have... Because you had the film power, right? And if you basically just added 2 edits of, like, a guy in a red circle with a little ding, and it was just like, yo, watch, browse, scroll.
No, I have plans in the future of doing this again. It's really time consuming, and I have an actual job.
Right. This is not an opportune time.
Exactly. Yeah,
100%. Once you make it big,
make a few shekels and retire at 30 or whatever.
Start the basketball again.
Bring it back.
Well, you have a lot of the technology to start up again.
And we actually we just used the mics. That was it by the end because we hired someone to do the video.
This guy came in with like a real camera, like on a gimbal that you could like.
Wow, okay. So
he had a good system.
Basically, you have like a raw skeleton of what you want to do, though, and you got a great trial run. So that was fantastic.
It was really fun. I enjoyed it. Like,
yeah,
really good.
What was actually sort of funny for me though was also acknowledging though that like your intent was to play. You wanted to be in a league like this, and then you ended up just being
I had to play a few times when like only like 9 people showed up, and I had to play in the game. But for the most part, I was either reffing or organizing.
That's kind of ironic how you made the whole league for yourself, and then you had to do all the management. Yeah.
It's like, could you imagine though, like in the video game when like this player or this NPC hadn't been playing the whole time, and then suddenly they enter the fray at the end. That was him.
It was like wild that not tuning. Like it was like almost like a statistical anomaly. Like I'm good at basketball. I wasn't that much better than everyone there. I won 12 straight games of the games I played.
People are going to say it's rigged.
People are going to say it's rigged.
The circus commentary would be like, it's completely rigged.
But like, I was just fascinated that like, I was like, what's going on? Like, this shouldn't be happening.
Well, maybe you're just a good, like, Did everyone there, were they largely pickup players or people who've played in experience?
There are people
who
who played in college, but
oh really? Okay.
But mostly people who no one who there were a few people who actively played in college, but mostly people who just
maybe you just had some behind the scenes knowledge just watching everyone that you just automatically you're just a great team player, very coachable.
Also, statistical anomalies happen more frequently than people think. You know, it's like the odds of winning like 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 games in a row, that happening for someone eventually. So it's almost like inevitable. Like it's like that sort of thing.
When are we going to win March Madness? When is someone going to win March Madness at that point?
A 16th seed? You talking about?
No, just like
no
one's ever gotten a perfect bracket.
Well, that's like a 1 in a billion chance. That's way different.
That's not even close. It's not even close to winning 12 games in a row.
That's winning. How many games are there? There's a ton of games.
A ton, yeah.
It's the order of magnitude.
And then the wild card game, too.
Yeah, the order of
like getting.
Wait, how many teams start? It's what?
64.
It's 64 to start. So
you're
playing 32 games, then you're 16.
Yeah, 8. So it's a lot. Yeah.
Reverse 2 factorial.
So it's like over 50 games.
Yeah,
that you have to in a row. You have to guess.
So you're basically, it's like, would that just be
people have definitely won 12? Have definitely gotten 12 games in a row correctly. People have gotten correct up until like the final 4.
Is it 2 to the power of 50? Basically, then. Not even close.
To get 50 in a row.
Yeah, to like win, because it's like you either win or you don't.
It's 0.5 to the whatever. If
you're
just saying it's a 50-50 chance of guessing everything correctly,
and getting like 50 in a row,
it's 0.5 to the 50.
It more or less is 50-50 in March Madness, I feel like, right? Just because anything could literally happen in March. That's the expression people run with.
Yeah, but like if you take a 1 seed and a 16 seed, it's happened where a 16 seed. It's happened like twice. Ever.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
it's weighted. It's weighted. I mean, ultimately, it's winning.
You really shouldn't have brought 2 math guys on the podcast. That was a mistake.
Hey, viewers, let us know in the comments section, what are the odds of winning a March Madness bracket? I'm curious to know. It's never happened before. Will it happen this year? We'll find out.
Yeah. To be clear, perfect bracket, right? You're referring to perfect.
Yeah, perfect bracket. Yeah, sorry, not just a bracket. I'm sure someone could make a bracket out there. Someone has the wherewithal to make a bracket.
That was an incredibly helpful addition there.
Anyway, I don't even remember where we were, but thank you, Jack, for all of that. Very interesting take on some behind the scenes of starting a basketball YouTube channel. And I just want to encourage anyone out there. I'm just some bloke, out there. I feel like literally anyone could be successful on YouTube. You just got to go out and have fun with it. I think that's the best way. And as long as you continue to have fun with it and put out content, I'm sure eventually one of them has got to land. It's a statistical anomaly, but it's got to happen eventually, right? Just speaking of statistics. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're a young kid who's like, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm scared. Don't be scared. Just do it. Even if it sucks at first, it probably will suck. It'll probably suck after the first 150 videos, but you keep learning and growing and you continue to get better. So I encourage you out there, if you'd like to, go and do it. All right.
This has been your inspirational message.
This is my TED Talk, all right? That's why I present her.
You should patent that. Go and do it.
Just you go and do it. Go and do it. No one's ever said that was like the 610 money lyric. Like I patented that too. Anyway,
you need to just pause it on this moment and just do it a more have a rainbow come out.
Nah, that's way in the past, buddy. It's all about Skibbity Toilet nowadays.
Yeah,
it's Skibbity Toilet. I was actually gonna ask you guys because there's a bunch of trends going on TikTok right now, so I just wanted to see how familiar you are with what's going on the internet right now, or if it do you guys have Twitter or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose this. He's got this.
I'm pretty digital.
Well, I was gonna ask, but I know it might be do you guys know what the friggin' packet is, yo?
The friggin' packet? I do not.
People have been... Alright, so there's this thing on the internet where it's people don't want to make new content anymore. It's basically just remaking famous videos with certain levels of accuracy. So there's been a ton of videos on TikTok that are basically just recreating this famous video with 99.6% accuracy. It's just someone doing a dead-on impression. So it's for example, I did one of... Do you guys remember Gingy from Shrek? like the gingerbread man.
Oh, yeah.
It was like with Lord Farquaad. I do like a really good impression, so I made a video with my girlfriend of doing like Gingy and Lord Farquaad together, and I was like the Gingy Lord Farquaad 96.8% accuracy or whatever.
Nice.
But there's this one video that people love to cite, and they think it's so funny. So like in like the early 2000s, I want to say, some kid stormed out of a classroom. He's like, "Yo, teach, like some people just don't learn this way. You can't just be handing them a friggin' packet, yo." And everyone's like, "Yo, this dude's got to be so successful nowadays." Like ironically, obviously, like, not everyone learns this way. Some people have just been remaking this video. So like they get up in the middle of class and they're like, "Teach, you cannot be handing us a friggin' packet, yo." And they just slam it down. It is actually so funny, and they've been doing this with like all the famous videos on the internet. I don't know.
Is this where we've reached as a society?
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the Jaden Smith interview where he's like, "We just talked about the political and economic state of the world right now." Have you seen that?
I vaguely remember seeing it a while ago.
All right, so like a while ago, Jaden Smith was like, "I can't even hang out with people my own age because they just be acting like," and he literally does this, he goes like that, like with his arms, and then the guy in the video, this interviewing him, just goes, "Bro!" like that. And people have been remaking the bro scream with like 98% accuracy. I don't know, man. It's just crazy what the internet's come to. Like, you can literally feel like the other day I was just scrolling for an hour, and probably 45 minutes of my scrolling was bro, because the algorithm just keeps showing you more if you watch it more. So it's just half of them was just friggin' packet, yo, and then half of them was bro. Oh man, so that was just crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to fill you in on some of the trends. But back to my original point, was that these two guys are on the prowl. They're single. They're looking for relationships. They're dying of loneliness. But so there was a trend going around recently. It's like, she's a 10, but, and I know you guys
that was
like,
a long thing.
yeah, it's been around. It's been around. It's been going around, but. Just like you scroll through Hinge and you see people and it's like, oh man, they're perfect, but they have this. So I just wanted to give you a few examples of like, all right, she's a 10, you're scrolling through whatever you're scrolling through, but she always does this. So
are we meant to like determine if we would still
what would you do? Like, would you still go on the date? Would you still like, what would you say to them? Just open discussion. So the first one is, she's a 10, but she always has to have a life jacket on because she has a crazy fear that it's constantly going to flood.
She always has to have a life jacket on?
She always wears a life jacket. She's just incredibly scared. Like, never takes off, like in bed. Like, out, wherever. She always has to have a life jacket on.
Is it stylish? Did she like drip it up?
It's orange.
Does she have any like lingerie life jackets?
No, they're all straight up.
It's just straight up.
They're like all purpose, like 100%. Like, she constantly, like, imagine you're on a boat constantly. She thinks, like, there's no lingerie-esque life jacket that's revealing anything. Like, it has to do its job. Well, maybe there's a life jacket out there that's more,
skimpish, yeah.
Yeah, a little more lewd. That you could wear. But it has to be fully functional life jacket.
I'm going on the date.
You're still going on the date? Wow. Why?
Oh, it's just going on a date. It's not would you date the person.
It's not would you date the person. It's like, this is the first date. They're 10. Everything else is great. But they always have to wear the life jacket.
Yeah, I'm going on the date.
You're going on a date. Where would you take her? On a boat?
Definitely not. Actually, no. Do I take her on the boat just because it's more thematic and people won't be like, what is this person doing in a 5-star restaurant wearing a life jacket?
Just like playing mini golf, and she's like,
what's this person doing wearing a life jacket playing mini golf?
She can't like see down to hit the ball because the life jacket's in the way. Your thoughts?
I'd probably go. I just want to say, I went bowling on a date recently.
And she was wearing the life jacket.
She wasn't wearing a life jacket. It was fun. Bowling is so expensive. What is the deal? Like, it was $100 for the two of us.
What?
Yeah.
How?
We went up to the thing and I was like, for two, one lane, an hour.
You could buy a bowling membership for like 2 months with that type of money.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
wait, what did it end up being?
$100 for two
person?
of us. No.
Like with drinks or just the lanes?
No, literally just the lanes. We didn't get any drinks or get any food.
That's
what?
Yep.
That's outrageous.
Diabolical, yeah.
I will say though, I did go bowling by me recently, and it was like so.
How many people though?
It was 5.
And
So shoes, like the upfront costs were like, it wasn't too bad. It was like $12 to $15, and then
per
it was
person?
per person for each pair of shoes. So each person paid individually, and then it was $5 per person at the lane. So every time we wanted to bowl, it was basically $25 because there was 5 of us. So it was $25 to bowl. So each round we did. No, it wasn't a time limit. It was just per round.
Oh,
Crazy.
Wait, so you had a time limit though?
Yeah.
So you were timed. So how long did you have?
An hour. It was like 3 games or
Wait,
two.
so what-
two
what
or
are
three.
$100.
What are they like
Well,
assuming?
wait.
How many games do you get in? How many
Did
games
you
It
do
was
have-
like 2 or 3. It was like 3 years.
Were you wearing Jesus' shoes or something like
I was
that?
not
Or did
wearing
it come with a
Jesus' shoes.
motorcycle?
No, it was just straight up a ripoff.
That's fair. I'd rather go on a life jacket date than that. I'd wear a life jacket if I didn't have to pay that much. It would be saving my
I
life.
also learned the hard way at a basketball game the next day. My wrist and my forearm were just dead.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what were you
Bowling
holding, like
before
a
a basketball
20-pound
game
ball?
is not. Well, yeah, of course I'm using like the heavy ball. Like I'm on a date. What do you like? You think I'm
Yeah,
you think I'm gonna use a 6-pound ball?
Yeah,
on
but
a
you're
date?
sitting there like trying to look at like, yeah, I can bowl.
Brother, I've got some. I can.
I know,
lift
but
some
a
stuff. What do you
20-pound ball like with 3 fingers?
Or it's like 12 pounds or whatever the heaviest ball they have.
So you were using.
Did you intentionally just go like I'm gonna do the heaviest ball?
I always use the heaviest ball. What is?
Did you take it like? What was your bowling form? Did you hold it like this?
show my build? Like it's just like.
No, I mean you don't have to. But like, how were you holding it with the fingers?
Yeah,
in?
I'm fingers in. Well, I did a few fingers out.
Pause, but not that. My bad.
I did a few palm jobs.
Okay.
No, when you curl your wrist like that for the palm.
And
job,
then I
dude.
tried to do the little pro spin. I
No,
got
that shit messes up your wrist. I've
Yeah,
done that before.
I got a
like
pro
messing
spin.
up my wrist.
So I did for the most part though. Classical.
Were you good?
No, but like I had my moments.
Did she like insist on bumpers, or you insist on bumpers?
She was trying to push for bumpers, but I kind of shut that down.
You kind of said on bumpers. We're going full throttle.
No, it's like we're not 10.
Yeah, you
Like,
got
I
it.
mean,
We're like, let's act like
Yeah,
adults
I know.
here.
It's like, come on.
I thought I was on a date with an
Yeah, I
adult.
know. It's
no bumpers.
Yeah.
And how did they go though overall?
It was fun. No complaints.
You guys had mutual trauma bonding over. So did you cop the full 100? Or
Yeah,
did
I
you
comped the
split?
full 100. Like,
You didn't split. You
Well, because
guys-
I walked up like kind of posturing like I was gonna do it, thinking it was gonna be like $40.
It's like, look, I'm like, how much do I owe you, Chief? He's like 100.
I'm walking up. I'm like, nah, I got it. Done. What's the damage? It's
And then
like,
you turn around and like,
What?
Ew, what?
wow, that's wild. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was decently so, but there was 5 of us, so 25 around. It was, I mean, it's still expensive, but at the end of the day, for each individual,
Like how many rounds did you do?
we did like 5 rounds.
You pay like $30 a person.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Individual damage overall. It sounded like a lot initially, but
It was 5 of you. Yeah, that's.
but yeah, I mean, 100 is crazy. So was this in the city?
This was Brooklyn.
Okay, gotcha. Wow. Don't go bowling in Brooklyn. Don't go
Honestly,
bowling in
don't
Brooklyn.
go bowling.
Well, you didn't have fun?
Just
No,
shut down
I had a
bowling.
good time. It's just like, come on.
What does that mean?
No, just come on.
Come on.
What?
What? Okay. Anywho, moving on. All right. So the second one, she's a 10, but she doesn't know what the letter H is.
What?
Yeah. So
Does
basically,
she pronounce the letter?
no, she doesn't understand the letter H.
So like if she says hello, she goes
Hello.
Hello. Not even a
Oh,
British.
so she's
accent.
just British.
No, she's not even. She's just British.
Oops.
She genuinely thinks there's 25 letters in the alphabet. She was never introduced to H. You can't teach her H. She doesn't know H.
So like if you're buying a house, you're buying an house.
You're buying a house. Let's go buy the house. We're going to their house.
That honestly doesn't sound that bad. That's
Maybe you
still
underestimate
10.
how many H words there are out there and just the pronunciations. Will that annoy you for life?
No.
And then
I
do you
really
think that
don't
would
care.
like manipulate your brain to start you forget the H?
I think I'm
Because
pretty
of-
resilient.
to the H. But imagine.
I'm pretty good at not getting influenced.
All right, let's say you're married to this person. You're going to spend your whole life with this person. and they don't know what the letter H is your whole life.
Will my kids not know what the letter H is?
It depends on them. It depends.
Is it genetic?
It's not a genetic thing. It just depends on them. This is a nature versus nurture. She just doesn't understand the letter H. She had a gene that was like, I don't understand the letter H, but it didn't get passed down. Now it's up to them.
I don't care. I literally don't care at all.
All right, Jack. All right, so...
Wait, are you saying though, like, if I said hello to this person, they'd be like, what is that weird thing you're saying at the beginning?
Yeah, they'd be like, why are you pronouncing it like that?
They're like, sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Yeah, literally. And then you just have to eventually come to an agreement that it's like, there's cultural divide between us.
No, I want to throw it out there that I think H is probably one of the least prominent letters in words. I think it has a very minuscule impact on words compared to other letters.
Hat, at.
Like that sounds like almost someone saying hat too quickly. At.
Like I'm putting on an hat.
Yeah, that sounds. It sounds somewhat natural to me.
I'm gonna go say I to the neighbors.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say
honestly, it doesn't sound.
I'm gonna go say hello to the neighbors.
Okay, let me. What is like? We're going to Halifax, Virginia. I don't know. What are
you saying like she can't write it? Like she can't write out that letter? Like that letter just
that doesn't exist for her. She doesn't even know it's a letter.
What's her job?
Script writer. She's a scribe for the Supreme Court. It's like
just
you have the justices up there, like Sotomayor. It's like Allah, my fellow Americans. I don't know. What are other big H words? I don't know. I guess H is not.
That's what I'm saying. It's like even words that have H in like the middle.
But what about
If H is ever in the middle?
What about chatter? She's like, I catter. Stop cattering.
I don't know the last time I've used the word chatter.
Yeah, I don't think fair enough. I don't think.
So like she doesn't chew her food. She cues her food.
Yeah. Q.
Like no H's. Like not even just.
A lot of the CH words are gonna be.
Sure.
My lips are capped.
Or like I'm putting a latch on this thing. Like she's saying like laka. She like laka. Like it's a laka.
She's not Jewish.
No, I wasn't assuming that. I'm just saying like LATCH.
Yeah. She missed the H.
So it's
she's that any word with an H. She missing the H.
Okay, well it's like down the hatch. Down the atza?
These feel like super marginal like impacts on my life.
Yeah, that's true.
I really don't care.
She's perfect in every other way. She just can't. She doesn't know what the letter H is.
I might be out.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
You really are a judgy motherfucker. In
fairness, though, for me, I'd be like, I don't know if I could deal with that my whole life. Actually, but if she's perfect in every other way, I feel like that's like a compromise I can make. You know?
Like
if she's like the perfect person every other way, that's a compromise.
You know what? Maybe I would just like have to actually see it in context of like, okay, how many? Because you're saying like you think H is like a more marginal letter in your life.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? She just like starts saying sentences and you're like, I don't know what you mean. Like, I really don't know what you mean.
I do that with like normal people. Like, I do that with everyone though.
Yeah, but this is your partner in life. Like, you're sending your kids to private school and it's like half hills or something.
But it almost sounds like you're talking to like I have a Brazilian friend. Like, it kind of sounds like talking to him. That's kind of sounds
like talking to someone with like a slight accent,
with like even a thick accent. It kind of sounds like I'm okay with talking to someone.
All right. I know that's a good perspective.
I guess like the difference is like they also can't like write. Like they would. It would basically.
I'm assuming that they have a job. That
she is a scribe.
She's a scribe. Well, she has the job, so apparently they don't give a shit. So why should I?
She's gonna get fired.
You know what? Actually, you know what? You know, they're sufficient. You can Grammarly. She can have Grammarly like API on everything she does. We can make it work. Maybe we can make it work. She's a 10 otherwise. We can make it work.
All right, I think I can make it work too if they're perfect in every other way. All right, moving on. The next one, they're 10, but they're basically you in every single personality way.
They're basically me.
They're
not a chance.
They're exactly you.
Not
actually. They're like a reflection of you, but as a girl.
Not a million years.
Why is that?
No, like I presume they're like mimicking my mannerisms and things like that.
Like if you lose, like
no, Andrew knows this. I hate it when he starts adopting things that I say. Like whenever I have I say something or whatever.
You like to keep it. You need to be unique. You want to keep it unique.
I get frustrated by seeing like someone just like it's just like it like
I
wriggles my brain.
love the idea though of someone exactly like Jack, who also would be like, I hate when people copy me, and they keep doing.
And they just hate each other. Well, they just hate each other.
Yeah, like it wouldn't.
They wouldn't stay.
It wouldn't last for more than like an hour. Like I really like.
But I think it's really funny the idea that there's someone.
Okay, but they're only like you personality wise. It's not like their interests. Like they have different interests.
I don't care about the interests at all. Like I don't care if someone's interested or not interested.
Okay, so personality wise, ladies, you heard it here first. If you are like Jack, don't come near him.
Steer clear.
Steer clear, quarter mile at least. How about you? They're like you personality wise, but they got different interests.
I mean, I would go on the date.
Okay, it is all right. So you go on the date.
You're
all
on
right,
the date.
fair enough. It is just a date after all. It's not like you're spending your whole life with them.
Honestly, it could be like a little bit intriguing just to be like,
just to see
what does this look like when it's not me?
Yeah, what does it look like on the other side? It's maybe like a good wake up call, honestly.
I will say this: I'd rather date someone who's like me than like Andrew. I'd date my clone over his clone.
Yeah, I don't.
Very kind of you.
Yeah.
That doesn't involve me. I date your clone, Andrew.
Wow, flattering.
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a girlfriend. I'm not in the dating market right now. Grace is gonna be. I would like.
Are you doxing everyone right now?
But I didn't say. Well, I've mentioned Grace on the podcast before.
Oh, okay.
Shows how much you watch.
Oof.
Ouch.
Oof.
Whatever. I'm okay. I think it would be interesting to see what it would look like too, just personality wise. But I think I don't know. I think you don't even have to be. Like, when you guys look for someone, what are you looking for in them? Like, similar interests, or, like, are you looking for someone sort of the opposite of you, who, like, will encourage you to do different things, but you're, like, the same in some ways? So do you want someone... All right, so I guess it comes down to, do you want someone more similar to you or more different than you as a partner?
Well, personally, I can be very erratic and compulsive, so I generally look for people who are more stable.
Okay,
Like
so in that way.
A balancing force. Yeah.
So a balancing force in your life.
Yeah.
So someone who's kind of opposite, like more steady. Like, but you're kind of chill too, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say like socially I'm pretty chill and stuff, but when it comes to like life, like Andrew knows, I go off the deep end.
You go off the deep end. And then
point.
for you?
What am I looking for?
Yeah.
I mean, some commonalities perhaps, but I definitely would be interested in finding someone with separate interests that, I guess, willing to teach, willing to engage.
Sort of just willing to learn some few things. So some different, some same. I think that's a fair.
I think
Willingness to try new things.
There's not really a formula.
There's no exact formula.
There's no formula.
There's no formula. I think that's fair enough. It's like you just know if you know, kind of at the end of the day. There's no like exact type of person you're looking for. It's just like you go and it's like the energy. You're just feeling it in the vibes.
That's why like dating apps are sort of like easy or really, can keep you engaged because it's a lot easier to remove multiple choice options than it is to try to just like get the right answer sometimes.
Sorry, I don't know. That reference flew over my head. You gotta
well.
explain it a little more thoroughly.
Like, it's easier to look at, like, I feel like it's easier to look at a dating profile and be like, find something that you don't jive with, and you're like, oh, I don't like that, so we'll move on to the next person.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not using dating apps at the moment. When I do, I've pretty much adjusted my approach to be. I purely do it as like a physical indicator and just try to get on a date as fast as possible. I really don't message at all. Like I'm just. Like,
I think that's the way to
If I
do
match,
it.
I'm just like, hey, you want to get coffee? Like literally straight. Like, hey, how was your weekend? Whatever. Like.
I genuinely think that's the ideal formula. I think doing like a messaging, you really don't
It's
get
just
the
so
full.
boring.
It's boring, and you don't get the full picture of what the person's actually like. Because it's so easy for someone to suck at texting and it just makes no sense. But like when you're in person, you got their body language, their posture, their vibe, everything. You know what I mean? So it's like, I encourage people to like, all right, don't go on a date with like a lunatic. He's like, oh yeah, let me take you to the graveyard. It sounds fun. Like do like a normal like public date. But like I encourage you to go out and do dates just because it's easier to get to know someone in person. And if you don't like them, you could just leave after an hour, whatever. It's an hour of your life, you're done. But yeah, if there's someone you think is cool and you can just feel out like pretty quickly that they're like relatively like not an insane person, go on the date. Do it. I think that's definitely a recipe for success. And just when it comes to dating profiles, I was thinking, do you guys use audio prompts ever?
Not in a million years.
Why not, though?
It's too intimate.
Too intimate?
Yeah.
But isn't that... I feel like it's a great hook.
Dating
in my
apps.
opinion, I think it's a great hook. Like, you do something absolutely hilarious in the audio thing. Like, it doesn't have to be intimate. It's like, I want to share with you my feelings. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, it could just be like, here's my Batman impression. Check it out. I think that might be a good hook.
I find audio as a format to be too intimate for someone I don't know.
Like, they're not allowed to get the...
I personally get uncomfortable listening to other people's audios.
Really?
I enjoy it. I enjoy the other people.
I enjoy the audio messages too.
I think this is a difference between like, I think.
Well, not that I'm on dating apps. I just want to clarify that.
This is
this
gives me sort of same vibe as like eye contact. Like, do you enjoy eye contact or not? Because like huge eye contact guy, I hate eye contact. Like with like
wouldn't go well on a date. Wouldn't go well on a date.
Yeah, some people do make... I mean, eye contact is traditionally thought of as pretty formal. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But, like, I can understand how it could be a little intense if someone's just staring at you the whole time.
Yeah, no, but...
I encourage you to look over a little bit or, like, look away a little bit. But it does show you're listening, too, at the same time.
I'm usually not.
Which, that shit lines up.
Yeah, that lines up. It's easier to listen when you're making eye contact.
And I prefer to
not listen.
So on dates, how do you even do it? Like, how do you even do it?
What? What do you mean? Like, how do I do it?
Do you listen?
Some things, yeah. Like I don't know. I kind of go in and out.
It's like he's on a date and he's passive listening. It's like he's listening in the background. He's like, I just came here for coffee.
No, that's honestly generally a lot of the people who I end up like whatever dating or whatever. They tend to be people who can like ramble talking to themselves a lot.
They can talk to themselves a lot.
Like, they just like to talk, and I can kind of just sit there.
You can sit there and
tone
listen.
in and tone out.
Yeah, tone in. Like, oh, yeah, word.
Yeah,
but add on the extra layer of, like, there's not necessarily anything, like, happening for you in those moments. It's like...
No, I'm usually not really thinking about it.
It's just existing in the space.
It's Jack conversation. He's like, wild. Oh, no way.
No, that's literally the gift.
Yeah, that is
for real? Wait, did I?
No, my favorite thing is when like Andrew and I, whatever, like he'll come home from work and he'll be like, "How was work?" And I was like, "Pretty good. How about you?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, kind of tough, you know, whatever, yada yada." I'd be like, "Baller."
Just like, oh shit, really? Nice.
Like I fucked up my exams. Baller. Nice.
Wait, nice. Good work. It's just like, oh yeah, it's just, I didn't get the pitch. And he's like, oh, really nice. Sweet.
I've caught him on that. Like, I said something that was like, didn't happen to me. He was like, nice. I was like, that's not a good thing.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like it does happen to people. I don't know. I feel like everyone just has ADHD like these days. Sometimes it's just like, I don't know. If I get tired sometimes, it's hard for me. I try my best to, like, pay attention. Because, like, I know...
Try so hard. No, sorry, copyright.
Like, because I know I'm guilty of it, just yapping at people constantly. And they're just listening to me. And they give me the time of day. So I want to do the same. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I got, like, a bit of ADHD. And I'm just like, dude... No way. Like, that's wild. But I try my best. But, yeah, I guess it just depends on the person at the end of the day. All right. I don't have any more, to be honest. Do you guys have any? We could just move on.
Any topics?
No. I mean, any topics, We could probably end it. Yeah, let's get some closing thoughts. I think we're just about to hit time anyway. So any closing thoughts? How's your experience on the podcast? Is there anything you want to leave the viewers with today?
I would say I had fun. I enjoyed this. I always enjoy talking to you, KDizzle.
All right,
Andrew.
Nice. All right, Andrew, any final thoughts for you?
This was fun. I enjoyed this.
Not to put them on the spot, but always a great time. Really had a good time doing the first ever in-person pod. And viewers, if you liked it, please let me know. I'm totally feel free to do, not you feel free, but I'm, considering doing more in-person pods. I figured out you don't need the production power that I once thought you needed. I think this is pretty good, intimate setup. Not like an audio message level setup, but just good enough intimate levels for us to chat. Let us know what you thought. Look forward to more podcast episodes. Definitely going to be releasing a little more frequently. And I might even release a few new videos on more channels. So get ready for that. Follow me on TikTok at the KDizzle Podcast. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. See ya.